In Africa today, you find out that the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we give out things really matters in our culture today. This is Heritage on ITV. I am Oloije Ahigbai. Today, we will be looking at the reason why the right hand is being preferred over the left hand. So let's take a ride together as we hear and know the views of others on the reason why the right hand is being preferred over the left hand. When you think of Africa, what comes to mind is that Africa consists of largely tribal community living in harmony with nature. Other popular things about Africa emphasizes its natural wealth in the term of deserts, grassland, rainforests, and coastal plains. Africa is the second largest continent and most populous after Asia. More than 1 billion people live in Africa. Africa as a region has diverse presence of humanity which has adopted to different ecological zones, complex socio-economic spheres, and still preserve his culture and tradition in the face of turbulent past. Linguistic diversity seen in the number of languages and dialects spoken in Africa, up to 2,000 numerous tribes, ethnic and social groups are indigenous to Africa. Some of the tribe and ethnic groups are engaged in different forms of activities, including subsistence activities, such as hunting and farming. Some of the tribes in Africa have tradition of clothing and accessories in the form of beading, in the form of beads, shell, and apparel that reflects their traditions. A general rule of saying in Africa is to avoid taking or passing anything with left hand. Objects are to be handled or passed with the right or both hands, but never the left hand, as this is considered the unclean hand. There is the African proverb that says, "You don't use the left hand to point the way to your father's village." According to the Holy Bible, man was created in the image and likeness of God. Hence, man possessed 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 hands. Among these characteristics of man, it is only the hands that is seen to have been viewed by Africans as one senior to the other.
This is our side of Africa. We emphasize much on the right than the left, because this right hand side is for the man, while this left is for the woman. Because the man pay dowry for his wife's head, because it's his wife. If you born any child, the father side is more greater than the mother side. That's why we always use emphasis on the right hand side. If you have a small kid now growing up, if you use it left, we always quarrel. Don't use your left. Come on, don't use it. Don't use it. Use your right, because we feel this right is more superior than this. But we agree, the 2 hands, they are equal before God. But to our own setting, we believe that this right hand is superior than this.
Our right hand because of the respect. And being a man is the most senior in Africa culture, and the hand is as well being recognized as the senior more than the left hand. And as far man is being respected, the right hand is being described to a man, while the left hand is described to a woman. And since our tradition has been existent, we now have the belief using our right hand in whatever we have to do in Benin.
Hand is defined as the part of the body at the end of the arm, including the fingers and thumb. Left hand is the long arm that is situated on the left hand of the body. From time immemorial, generation to generation, the people of Africa place more importance to the use of right hand instead of the left hand.
When we talk about left hand, we are talking about wrong thing, because when we have right hand, you cannot use left hand to give somebody something. Immediately you use left hand to do something in the society, people will look at you as a society somebody who belong to any group of society. You cannot use left hand to collect, and you cannot use left hand to give. If you see anybody, maybe they want tight corner, maybe the chance is not there, you want to use left hand, it will support it with right hand to make sure, say, this person, I beg, because you see my condition. The only thing you can use left hand to do something and we accept it is when you see, say, maybe the person paralyzed, just get only left hand. And when you use left hand, give somebody something, the person will not even collect. You discard that person, you disrespect that person. You cannot use left hand now to give your father or your mother, or even though your senior brother, even though your own child. Because some people use it for like houseboy, maybe labourer, or Chris person, you just use it to give. So that nobody will use left hand to give something in Yoruba that will collect it. We use it as we can just, so maybe you just look common person, or you just disguise, or you disrespect somebody. So left hand is just there to support the right hand. We don't use left hand to give, we don't use left hand to collect. That's exactly what we mean by left hand. Yoruba call am owosi. In Yoruba language, osi means poverty. So that is why we don't use left hand to give, we don't use to collect. That's the essence of a left hand.
Like Bible said, Paul said it. He said, when I was in Rome, I behaved like Romans to win the Romans. And when I was in Jew, I behaved like the Jews to win the Jews. So if you are in a city where they forbid using left hand, as a Christian, you still have to adjust and adopt yourself. But there is no biblical injunction or biblical principle that says you must not use left or you must use right. No.
Left hand, it's not good to use for your elder or your senior person. You just use left hand. Even your junior oneself, even your children. Like here now, some children come here, you bring money with a left hand. Many like that, I will say, stop it, I'm not your mate. Then go say sorry. Some come, they will come tomorrow, they will repeat it because I will know that it is from home. Had it been the parents teach them that to use left hand is wrong, I don't think they will use it for me. Anywhere you go for Africa, to use left hand, even to your junior oneself, it's not good. So that is why I said to use left hand, it's not good.
Over 80% of the world population are found using their right hands in handling their day-to-day activities, such as eating, shaking, giving and receiving items, while low percent of people are found using their left hand to do the same. In Africa's setting, Nigeria inclusive, the use of left hand shows lack of moral value and in some quarter shown as taboo.
There's no biblical principle telling us that you have to use your right hand or your left hand, because those both hands are being created by God. But definitely when we grew up, it is part of what was inculcated in us by our parents, that usage of right hand is for respect and left hand is for somebody you do not have regard for. and as a result of it, it has, you know, become part of us to grow up. For example, as a woman, you cannot use left hand to present gift to your husband. That is why we need wisdom in everything that we are doing. In any culture or any town or any city, environment you are, you work with the principle that guides the place. We know as an Africa, in Nigeria, for that matter, these are the things that people believe is very insultive.
South Africa, a traditional man, Nigeria, by using left hand to collect something from anybody or giving something through left hand to other hand is bad. If when a younger one is giving something to an elderly person, he's supposed to use two hands and give it to his own elder. When the elder wants to collect it, he also use the right hand to collect it. He can also underrate the junior one as the junior one use left hand to collect it.
As you know, Africans are highly cultured and good at maintaining moral values and standard, as the use of left hand instead of right hand is not welcomed. The use of left hand is seen to be a dishonor, and it is often used to touch, hold, or throw away things that are considered less important.
Then in the African traditional setup, we believe that left hand is used for dirty things. Let's say, for example, when you go to the toilet to eat yourself, you use the left hand to clean yourself. Or maybe you want to even pack your children's faces, you use the left hand. Then when you use left hand to take or give something, that doesn't show respect in the African setup. Because we Africans, we are known for respect. So it is respectful when you give or take something with your right hand. But when you do otherwise, when you use the left hand to give or take something, you are not showing respect for the person you are dealing with.
Especially here in Nigeria, it's not good for a child or somebody that is senior to be used left to give something. It's not good. At the same time, it's not even easy unless it gets some people got great that they use that left hand like a right. But it gets when they are forcing themselves. Anybody that's forcing themselves to use the left, you see that you find difficult, you will not find it easy to be use that hand either to give or to write or to eat. But normally it's not good for a child or even for a woman being to be used left hand to give elder or to give somebody is not good.
In Africa, it is not acceptable to give or receive something with the left hand. For example, giving a cup of water, palm wine, to an elderly is unacceptable and punishable when occasion demand. As such behavior, it is considered disrespectful and total display of bad upbringing. It is based on some of this belief and many others that parents disregard their children from using left hand.
Indeed, this is our heritage.
Yes, of course, I know you now know the reason why right hand is being preferred over the left hand. Certainly, you have been educated, you have been enlightened, and you have been informed. Let's do this again next week on Heritage on ITV. I am Oloide Ehigbai. Do have a wonderful day, and don't forget that culture is our pride.